This training module provides an introduction to the 3M Digital Library Assistant and the 3M Digital Data Manager. It is an introduction in two ways. First, it provides an introduction to this series of training videos. Second, this series is itself an introduction to more in-depth training delivered remotely by a 3M Library Systems trainer. Let's start by introducing you to the Digital Library Assistant, or DLA, a cordless handheld device that reads RFID tags on library materials, enabling efficient operation. Let's see how this works. The Digital Data Manager, or DDM, is what makes most DLA features possible. It takes lists generated from your circulation system and processes them for use with the DLA. It then takes information gathered by the DLA and processes it for export back to the circulation system. Check this out. Now let's take a look at list types, starting with search lists, which are used to alert you when an item on the list is scanned by the DLA. Search lists work in the background and are active regardless of the DLA function being used at the time. The purpose of a search list is for discovery of items on hold, items that are lost or claimed to have been returned, items to be weeded. Search lists can be arranged in any order. Next, we have pull lists, which are processed in order from the first item on the list to the last. Typically, they are used for such things as collecting items that are on hold. Finally, there are shelf order lists, which are used to identify items that are out of order. This list type contains item records in shelf order. That is, the order in which the items are supposed to be physically shelved. Now let's look at the requirements for list files. They must be standard ASCII text files using a convention to let the DLA know where records and fields begin. The options are a delimited text file, a fixed-length text file, or a multi-line text file. Let's look at some examples. There are two more terms you should be familiar with before we get any deeper into this training. They are primary information field and secondary information field. These are the fields from your list files that you want displayed on the first and second lines of the DLA screen. You designate these using the Digital Data Manager. That's all for this module. You are ready for the next one called Initial Setup Steps.